Welcome all my crochet hooked friends, and thank you for watching Heather's Craft Corner. I'm Heather and this is Crochet Basics Lesson 4, Double Crochet. It's important to note this tutorial uses US crochet terms. The double crochet in US terms is a treble crochet in UK terms. For today's lesson you will need yarn and a crochet hook. If you need tips or recommendations regarding yarn or hooks, please see Lesson 1. The link is provided in the description below. I'm also going to be using stitch markers. These are optional, however they do help you identify the ends of rows without much thinking, which I'm personally a fan of. To begin, we'll need to make a slipknot and a chain. Step-by-step instructions for creating a slipknot and chain are found in Crochet Basics Lesson 2. If you need that extra help, go ahead and click the link in the description below and come on back when you're ready. For double crochet, you will need to chain the number of stitches for the row plus 2. In this tutorial, I'm making this 20 stitches wide, so I will chain 22. If you need to count your chains as you go, you can either count the V's on the top of the chain or the single-stranded bumps on the back of the chain. Either way works. Once you have the correct number of chains, you're going to insert your hook into the 4th chain from your hook. The first 3 chains will be your turning chain, and for a double crochet, the turning chain counts as a stitch, so mark that chain right next to the hook. There are a few ways you can insert your hook. You can insert your hook into the middle of the V, under the V, or my favorite, into the back bump. To make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the 4th chain from the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the 2 remaining loops on the hook. Your first stitch will be this chain 3. The stitch you just made will be the 2nd stitch of the row. Now we'll keep making double crochets across the chain. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 1, 2 loops. As you continue across, make sure your chain doesn't turn and get all twisted. You'll want to make sure that it is straight. Now we're to our last 2 chains. We'll yarn over and work another double crochet. Then you'll have your last chain here with a little knot next to it. That's your slip knot. Don't try to crochet into it or you'll just get frustrated. Now we're done with the first row. I do like the clean look you get across the bottom by working into the back bumps of the chain, but do it however you want, just be consistent. For row 2, we'll turn our work and chain 3. Now I'm going to show you the traditional way to do rows of double crochet. There are other ways to do it to make your edges smoother, and I will show you what I mean by that toward the end of the video. To start row 2, you're going to chain 3. This is going to count as your first double crochet, so mark that 3rd chain. Because the chain counts as your first stitch of the row 2, you're going to insert your hook into the 2nd stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. You're going to keep doing this across the row. You're going to want to make sure you go all the way to the end of the row, working into the top of that chain 3. If you marked your first chain, it will be easy to spot. We'll continue on by turning our work. Again, this is the traditional way, so we'll chain 1, 2, 3. The chain 3 counts as the first stitch, so mark the top chain. Yarn over, insert your hook not into the first stitch, but into the second stitch. Remember, the chain 3 is your first stitch. So you're going to insert into the second stitch of the row. After a few rows, your fabric should look something like this. If done correctly, it will have straight edges on the sides and across the top and bottom. If it appears a little wavy, your tension probably wasn't even. If it seems to taper towards the top, you're missing stitches, most likely at the ends of the rows. Or if it seems to grow toward the top, you're adding stitches, most likely at the first of the row. If you're working evenly from edge to edge, your sides should be straight up and down. Now, as I mentioned earlier, with the traditional way of making double crochet, you end up with the dreaded chain 3 gap. There are ways to fix this and give your projects a prettier, straighter edge, so if you'd like to learn about fixing the chain 3 gap, please see the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to support my channel by hitting subscribe and ringing the bell. If you like this video, please like or comment below. I hope you'll join me for lesson 5 of Crochet Basics. Happy crocheting!